face, honestly. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's my phone.
That was creepy. It like came through
I
my
just asked them
phone.
if it's okay. It was like, can the owner record you? And I was like, okay.
Ooh. Some Siri voice was like, recording in progress. That's a little creepy. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what to expect from this course, kind of why I started this course and like what my story is. I'd love to hear a little bit about your story. And then we're gonna set some intentions of, I'm gonna basically touch on what I intend to portray from this course, and then I'm gonna get a little bit of insight on why you joined the course. Like, what are you hoping to get out of this? What are you hoping to learn? What habits are you hoping to gain? Stuff like that, and we'll kind of get into that. The first thing that I want to share, obviously, I'm Jordan. You're Ashton. Hi, Ashton. So the point of highest self-attraction is to attract the highest version of you that you could possibly imagine. Because obviously everybody has like their dream life that they want to live, right? I'm sure you have dreams. I hope you have dreams. I'm sure you have dreams, and I'm sure you have like a vision of like, man, this would just be the life, man. Like if I could just live this life, it would be golden. So we're gonna take that, if I could just get there, and we're gonna break down the blocks so that you can turn that sentence to, I can get there and I can live that life, no matter what it would take and no matter what kind of process it's gonna look like to get there, I can get there. So we're gonna break down the barriers that separate you from who you want to be. We're also going to shift your mindset into a growth mindset. So there's two different mindsets you could have. There is a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is where you are comfortable with where you're at. Things just are the way they are, and you're just like, whatever, it's just the way things are. It's fine. I'm not living my dream life, and that's fine because it just is what it is. A fixed mindset is that like you have accepted that you are where you are, and it's just kind of like a bleh kind of mindset on life, which it's not a bad thing to accept where you are. The bad thing comes from when you accept where you are and think you're stuck there. So the fixed mindset basically just means that like you're stuck in one place and you've kind of accepted that. Whereas a growth mindset, are you locked out? Hello. Whereas a growth mindset is where you are wanting more for yourself and you're willing to take the steps to get there, and you're just willing to start this journey of, it might not be easy, it might not be comfortable, but I have an end goal in mind and I'm willing to do what it takes to get there. So we're going to talk about like the difference of a growth mindset and a fixed mindset a little bit more in one of the other calls. We're also going to cover choice. So your life is your choice, and the way your life looks is your choice. And I want to go into that more right now, but like I said, we're just touching on like what we'll cover later. So we will cover that later. The other thing is we're gonna instill the confidence in yourself to step towards these goals. So you can have all the tools that you need. Say you want to be, I don't know, say you want to be famous on YouTube. I'm just using a random example. Say you want to be famous on YouTube and you know all the steps that it would take to get there. And for whatever reason, you just don't step for it because you're just like, well, I just don't know if I can do that. That's a confidence problem. You can know every single tiny thing it will take to get you there, but if you don't have the confidence in yourself to move forward with it, then nothing will happen. So we're going to instill the confidence in yourself. We're going to learn the power of self-discipline when it comes to your goals of like, if this is my goal and these are the steps that it takes to do it, then I'm going to do it anyway, regardless of how I feel, because I'm not here to let myself down. I'm here to lift myself up. And then at the end of the course, we're going to make a vision board, and I'm going to tell you how to use the vision board as a really, really powerful tool to manifest essentially anything you want in your life. And it's going to be like your dream life on paper. This is mine. I'll show you a little example. It's basically like a collage of exactly what you want your life to look like and how you can use that as a tool to get yourself there. So that's basically like the structure of this course. That's what to expect. And those are my intentions for lessons that you will learn and grasp and understand. What is an intention or something that you want to get from this course? So like a personal goal that you think of, which is like your why behind joining this course. Like, what is it that you're wanting to gain here?
I saw the course and like I like have no confidence in myself to like go for it, and that's really what I want to get is confidence to do what I want to do instead of what others want me to do. Kind of like that.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, that's gonna be, there is a whole day. Day 3 is all about confidence. So day 3 is gonna be a hot one for that. And you deserve to have the confidence. I won't go too deep into it now, even though I want to. I'm literally so excited. I just want to like word dump everything. But you will see that you deserve to have confidence in yourself, because the confidence is the fuel behind your goals. Like I said, you can know all the tools and all the steps to get there, but if you don't believe in your ability to do it, then you won't go anywhere, right? So we will get you that confidence. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, girl. So I also wanted to touch a little bit on my story and kind of just like how did I get in this position of like leading group mindset courses and doing kind of the things that I do. I don't want to go into like a big like description of like the story behind where I am today, but I'll give just like a brief. When I lived in Cameron in 2017, I was born and raised there. 2017, 2018 was a huge fallout in my life. There was I had a lot of personal family issues that I won't go into, but it basically was my rock bottom in 2018. And it was pretty bad for months. I was in a really bad place mentally, physically, with school. I ended up leaving school, actually. And like I just literally was just like slipping down. And then on a whim, I emptied my bank account and moved to Montana, where I completely changed my life. Like the second that I got to Montana, I got a job. I got I finished school. I finished school like right before I went to Montana, but like I just like boom, got my shit together. And it was really, really intense. It was fast paced, and it was kind of like a do or die moment for me of like, if I don't make these moves and get myself going and get myself set up for the life that I want right now, then it's not going to happen. Like I was in that kind of position of like, I have to do this now, and I have to do it for myself, by myself. So it was intense. And that entire year of 2019, because it was at the end of 2018 that I moved to Montana, and the entire new year of 2019 was all about growth and expansion and just like learning who I am, learning what I want, doing things that I actually wanted to do, and because I wanted to do them, not because of what other people wanted me to do, and just like finding the strength in myself to create a life I wanted. And so then in 2020, I hit the road for a solo trip, which was it was even more transformative than moving to Montana. And once again, I had this huge growth period. And then at the beginning of this year, I started this business. And actually, it was kind of like the middle of this year. I started this business of specifically, I wanted to help women that were kind of in the same situations that I was in the beginning of 2018 when it was just like really bad. And like now that I have been through that and kind of healed myself from that, I wanted to help women who might not be feeling great, or especially younger women, because the world is a hard place to be a young woman right now. It just is. Like there's just not a lot of tools for you to learn your confidence. There's not a lot of tools for you to know that you have the power to do what you want and what you need to do for yourself. Like it's just a hard time to be a young woman in this world. And so my point is to reach out and kind of be like a big sister, like a helping hand for women in that situation. And then it branched out to like working with older women and working with men and women. And this course is all of the above. This course is working with older women, younger women, men, like there's everybody in this course. So it kind of evolved, and that's kind of where the whole thing started of like, I had a really shit experience and I made the choice to flip my life around because I had no other choice but to do that. And that was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But basically, like that's where this all started. And this course is all the tools that I have compiled in the last couple years that got me from bedrock to where I'm at now. And it's just like a super jam-packed version of all the tools that I use to pull myself out of that and create the life that I love and I have passion for. And these are tools that need to be shared with people because people deserve to be living a life they love. And so a vision board's got me there. I'm just gonna say it. Vision boards got me there. So that's the biggest tool, and I'm really excited to make them with you all. So that's just kind of like where the business started and why it sparked. Do you want to share a little bit about your story? That was a long story, but I feel like it's important because it's the base of this business and it's the base of why I do what I do. So I feel like it's important to share.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear about your story.
There's not really much to my story. I mean, I've just kind of like, I've always been watching your stories and stuff, like watching your social media, and like I'm subscribed to like your Snapchat. I'm just like always watching like what you're doing and stuff, and it's just so cool. Like it's just so cool. And then Natalie's been getting into it. She like has a whole podcast, and I'm like, that is just so cool. And then I saw this whole thing, and like I saw it was like based on confidence and stuff, and I was like, I really want to get into that because like I know I have the ability to do what I want to do. It's just taking that kind of like selfish kind of mood to do what I want for myself instead of making others happy. And I've always been like super nice and like kind of shy, like timid. And that's why like me speaking on this is kind of like out of the box for me. So it's just, yeah, that's basically it. Like there's not much to it.
That's a good first step though. I mean,
Oh my
getting out
God,
of your
I didn't even
box.
know you were in.
Hello.
You just scared me to death. The camera just switched. Oh my God, sorry, continue.
That's all I had to say. I'm just the first, like, I mean, just taking steps like this is such a good step of like getting out and taking action for yourself. So I'm sure it's weird for everybody too. So
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't get over that you're in this. I had no idea. It doesn't tell me when people join this. All I could see was me and Ashton. There could have been 30 people in here and I would have had no idea. But yeah, Ashton, honestly, getting out of your comfort zone is the biggest thing you can do to promote growth in your life. That is like the number one thing, is doing things that scare you, honestly. And that comes from the difference between a growth and a fixed mindset of like, obviously, if you're doing things that are out of the ordinary and that frighten you a little bit and that aren't very comfortable, that's a growth mindset because you're willing to try these things and just like see what it's about. Whereas if you had a fixed mindset, you'd be like, that scares me, not really into it. So yeah, honestly, that's really, really good that scares you a little bit. Elliot, since you're in here, I didn't know you were in here. Do you want to share a little bit about your story and what you hope to get from this course?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to my story. I've just been living my life, and basically what I'm trying to get out of this course is just I have like my best self, or like my vision self, like who I see myself as I want to be and who as I am right now. And I'm just this is like an extra step for me to be taking action towards who I want to be, instead of just sticking to where I am, like in this plateau that I feel like I've been sticking. And yeah, so I'm really hoping this pulls me out of my shell.
Good. We're going to take the highest self that you dream about and that you see and that you're like, man, this Elliot is just like living his best life. And we're going to take you, which you might be living your best life. I'm not saying you're not, but we're going to take this where you are right now, and we're going to build a bridge in between that, because there's nothing stopping you except yourself. So I'm going to give you the tools to get there. Basically, I'm going to give you the tools to build your own bridge from
Cool.
here to here. So one thing that's really, really, really important when you're trying to think about what it is that you really want, just so you both are aware, this first call is kind of titled Identifying Your Desires. So we just kind of like talked about our intentions and our story, and I'm just kind of gonna go straight into identifying, like figuring out exactly what it is that you do want, and just like how to even find that. I'm gonna start from point blank. I'm gonna assume that none of us know what we want. Just start from a fresh slate. So something that's really, really, really important when you're figuring out what it is exactly that you want your life to look like, and just the things that you want in your life, whether that is your relationships, your job, your financials, your travels, your hobbies, like everything that it is that you do in your life, you have to have a why behind it. Because why do you do the things? Like, why would you, I don't know, why would you go buy a coffee if you're not going to drink it? Why would you waste your money on it? Like, why would you waste your time? So every single thing you have to do it with intention. So if you're setting a goal, Ashton, do you have like, you're a sophomore, right? Are you a sophomore?
I'm a junior.
Junior. Do you have plans for college?
Yeah.
I'm just going to use that as like a vague example. So if you're wanting to go to college, say, Ashton, you want to be a singer. I don't know if you want to be a singer, but I'm going to say you do. Say you want to be a singer. Deep down, you want to be a singer. You're like, I am Ashton, and I am a great singer, and I'm going to pursue that. But you're going to college to be a science teacher, because all your life, your parents are like, you should be a science teacher. You're really good at science. Like that would be really good for you. And you're like, you know what? Yeah, okay, whatever. But like deep down, you want to be a singer. So like, why would you go to college to be a science teacher if it doesn't fulfill you? Like, there's got to be a why, right? So what is the why behind wanting to grow? The same question goes for, why did you join this course? Why are you looking to find more confidence in yourself? Why are you setting more goals? Why do you want more? Like, what is your why? What is your drive to do things? Either one of you could just throw something out. It's a
I
deep
mean,
question.
it depends on a lot of things, but definitely thinking of why you're doing a lot of things. Like, I've definitely never thought of thinking about that, like for anything, whether it's goal setting or even why I want to stretch before I go to bed. It feels like it's something I should do. But the way I see it now is like yeah, it's something I should do, but if I'm not in the mood to do it, then it's like I'm not really gonna do it, even though I know it's good for me. But if I focus on my why, like on why I really want to stretch or why I really want to be healthy, then that might push me over the edge to just say fuck it to how I'm feeling, and just to just do it. So
Right.
that's kind of cool.
It's kind of like an underlying goal for your goal. So
Yeah.
like, your why is your big picture, your motivation, your
Like your
drive.
drive, yeah.
Yeah, my why is because I genuinely, genuinely, with every cell in my being, want people to know that they have everything it takes, the power, the potential, the confidence, the choice, the control to live exactly the way you want and to live a happy, satisfying, fulfilling, enriching life. Like that is my why. And so when on days that I feel like I don't really want to work on this course today. And then I'm like, well, the reason why I'm doing it, the drive behind doing it is because I genuinely want people to live the best life they could possibly imagine for themselves. So like when you set a goal, we're going to talk a lot about goals here. This is all goal setting. When you set goals with intention. So for example, some of the girls that I do one-on-one coaching sessions with, that there's a lot of fitness goals happening right now, which is so good. I'm so happy for them, honestly. But I've noticed that the why is kind of broken of like, I want to go to the gym. I'm like, cool, why? And they're like, because and there's just like there's no drive to go to the gym. Like you want to go to the gym because you think you should go to the gym. There's nothing you have to do or that you should quote unquote do. So you should go to the gym because you want to feel stronger and you want to feel more energy and you want to move your body. That's a solid why. But if you're telling me like I want to go to the gym and you don't know why you want to go to the gym, then on the days that you don't want to go to the gym and you want to just like let yourself fall out of that, then you're not going to have a reason to go because you didn't set the goal with the intention of the reason I'm going to the gym is to feel stronger, to feel more energy, and to move my body because that is healthy. So every time you set a goal, you must set the goal with a why. Why am I setting that goal? Is it for me? Is it to please other people? That's a huge question to ask. So like, give me a goal, either one of you, give me a goal, could be small, could be huge, could be that you want to travel to however many countries are in the world. Could be that you want to travel to all the countries in the world before you're 20. I don't know. Give me like a small goal that you want to hit and then tell me like a why behind it. Like, why would you set that goal? Could be a tiny goal. Could be that you want to learn how to bake bread. Why do you want to learn how to bake bread? I just am trying to get an example here so that you kind of understand why we have
I
to.
want to get accepted into college. That's kind of a big goal right now. Is
Awesome.
college.
Why do you want to get accepted into college? What is your drive to do that?
That way I can learn more about something that I want to do. And then once I have that learning, I can get in more easy and then like have the job that I want.
Awesome. Perfect why. The why, the main thing that I'm listening for is that the why is for you. You should be doing it because you want to, not because social media tells me I should go to the gym or I should go to college or I should get this cool car. Your why is directly yours. So that was an awesome why. You want to go to college because you have something that you're passionate about, that you want to learn more about. And this is a great way to get to the next level with that knowledge. Really quickly, I just want to tell you both that this call is going to kick us off in 4 minutes, which is so annoying. I do have like a couple more things. I'm just gonna like try to wrap it up really, really quick because maybe I shouldn't drag it on. Anyway, I'm gonna just wrap it up really, really quick. So your why is super, super important for identifying what you want. When you have something that you want to do, whether it's a small goal or just like an action for the day, like a one thing that you want to do, always do it with intention. I'm doing this because what's your why? So just like, that's like step one to consciously doing things. It's just like, know why you're doing it. Don't just do it because you're just doing it and you're just going through the motions and somebody else told you you should do it. Do it because you know why you're doing it and you have intention for something you are working towards or something that you want to gain from that. So always know your why. It's super duper important. And the other thing is make sure that there's some kind of reminder, kind of like, this is just, I guess it's the same thing I just said a second ago. You're just always gonna have to keep your why in mind. Every time that you feel like you just like don't want to do it or you just don't know what step to take next, just always come back to your why, because your why is the fuel behind everything. And then I've only got 2 minutes left. Okay, if I've only got 2 minutes left, then I have a really important question for both of you.
Okay.
And this is kind of like an intro. This is like your commitment to the course, commitment to yourself, not to the course, to yourself. Are you truly willing to do what it takes to achieve your goals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, because it's time for you to step towards it. It's time for you to identify why you're doing it and do it for yourself. And it's time to do it now, because there's no time to wait. Like, there's no reason to wait. You're just pushing it off, and that just lets yourself down. And with that being said, I'm going to get cut off in 30 seconds. And so I love you both. I would talk more, but I know you have something to do at 6, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to make you late for that. I might like record a small little video and post it on the story, but I love you two both so much. And I'm so excited to see you here. And I'm so excited to commit to your growth. And I'm really excited for tomorrow's call, where we're going to talk about the things that do and don't stop you.
Okay,
We're going to
interesting.
get rid of those blocks. We're going to remove the blocks out of your way. And that is literally all we have time for. There are journal prompts on the page. Ashton, I already told you about this. Definitely check out those journal prompts and just let me know how they feel. There's like 7 questions. You can manage 7 questions. Just like let me know how they feel and how it goes to answer those questions.
Okay.
And it's gonna cut me off any second, guys. I'm so sorry. I want to talk so much more. Okay. That's all I have then. Ashton, I hope you have a great practice at show choir. Sing your
Thank
heart
you.
out. Dance your heart out. Have fun. Have confidence in yourself. Okay. I am going to hop off this so that I can save the recording, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye, guys.